Ready, Freddie?
Hey, Couch Cousins. Welcome back to Couples Couch, where Black love kicks back, gets real, and definitely laughs out loud. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our IG page at Couples Couch 24, as well as our TikTok page at the couples couch. I'm your host, Nicole.
Yo, 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 what's good, Couch Cousins? Welcome back to another episode of Couples Couch. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 13.
13.
I'm your host, Derek.
And do not forget to follow our business pages at Soul Signature. Oh, goodness gracious, Nicole. At Soul Signature Designs on Instagram. I can't get my words out today. And Soul Signature on Facebook, as well as our apparel line, BlkLine, on Facebook, and WeAreBlkline on Instagram. The links will be posted below in the captions.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
our YouTube page.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, guys. It is Black History Month. We got a lot to cover.
Yes.
This episode is called, Is That Black Enough for You?
Is it?
Is that black enough for you?
Is it black enough?
So let me ask this question. What's the best compliment you can receive from another Black person as only a Black person would deliver it? So, for example, I have this coworker. She has the prettiest hair. And one week it'll be in braids. And then the next week she'll have a braid out. And so when I saw her this week, because last week was the braids, and then this week was the braid out, I saw her and I said, okay, hair. And she was like, okay. And then we both did a little that. And I was just like, that, we give good compliments when we see people. We don't ever say, your hair looks nice.
Right.
We're like, okay, hair.
Yeah.
So what's the best compliment that you can receive from another Black person?
I think from the fella standpoint, I remember like if you had got you a car and your car was fresh rims, clean, has some music, your partners would be like, all right, I see you now. And then, I see you over there doing your thing.
But I see you could go to anything. It's not just a car.
Yeah.
Because anytime a Black person walks up and they are fresh to death.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I see
that's
you.
Like that's one of the best compliments to me is I see you.
That's one of those ones we can add to the Black unit of measure.
Yes. Like that's a really good compliment. Yeah, I see you.
I see you.
The other one that I think, and I think I use this one a lot. Okay then. All right.
Yeah.
I like that. I love that. I love receiving compliments. It's nothing like a compliment coming from another Black person.
Or hey, you did the damn thing on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you did the damn thing. You did that.
I see you then. All right, I see you, cousin.
Yeah.
I see you.
Or back in the day, you did your thug thizzle on that one. Your thug thizzle.
And I think we have a way, like, as you know, I wear wigs. So when a girl has on a good wig, you like, okay, wig.
Yeah.
Okay, then your nails. That's
literally
That's
wig.
T.
Yeah. I know amongst us Black folks, we can say one or two words and you know exactly what they talking about, what they're actually complimenting you on.
It don't take
like
much.
You said, okay, all right, nails, or all right, feet, or all right, just whatever.
I see you.
Yeah.
I think Black people give compliments like nobody else's.
Or what about this one? And we've heard this from the time we was little to grown up. When your mama or somebody cooks something and it's good, they put their what?
Foot in it.
Put their whole foot, leg, everything in that food.
But now the kids say it's bussin'.
Yeah, bussin'.
That's bussin'.
Yeah.
I always know when my food isn't good because my daughter would be like, it's all right.
Yeah, it was okay.
But if
That's her phrase.
it was okay.
Yeah.
But if it was good, that was bussin', Mom. That slaps.
Yeah, slaps. Oh, yeah, slap, bussin'. Yeah.
Definitely. Those are great compliments.
Yeah.
All right. We call this segment Mic Check. So before we jump into our main segment, let's warm up with a question. What's on deck today?
All right. So let's talk about the Grammys. Okay.
Grammys.
Talk about the Grammys. Grammys were on Sunday, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, this past Sunday. Grammys were this past Sunday. My humble opinion, and I've been listening to hip hop for long time. Um, I felt like Clips should have gotten album of the year. Not taking nothing away from K Dot because Kendrick's album was definitely a dope album. He has some great songs on there, very impactful songs. Me personally, I just thought from start to finish, Clips delivered on every cut. They delivered on every cut.
The Birds Don't Sing.
Yeah, like I said, the very first cut, like if you had to listen to it probably 2 or 3 times, and if you've ever lost a loved one, man, or a friend, somebody close to you, that song hit you in your chest.
Yeah.
And it's a banger. And then So Be It.
That beat itself was just ridiculous.
Man, Pharrell did his thing on that beat.
Okay then.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Pharrell did his thing on that daggone So Be It beat. That was that. Yeah, but I mean, like I said, not taking nothing away from Kendrick. His album was dope. I just felt like Clips album should have got album of the year.
And so I understand why Kendrick received album of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't so much about the music. Let's
Right.
just be honest. It wasn't about the music.
Okay.
Because when I think about the albums, I do think that Clips had a better album.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about the Clips, they don't have crossover appeal. K Dot got that crossover appeal when he appeared on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, true.
Because before then, you never saw anybody but black people really listening to
really
K-Dot.
messing with K Dot. Yeah.
But the Grammys gave him a boost because now people are like, well, who is this? Even people that ended up not liking his music,
Yeah.
he got plays because they were curious about who he was.
Yeah. And like you said, the Super Bowl really helped him.
It pushed him up. It pushed him up
really
and out of
helped
there.
him.
I love that Pharrell produced the majority of the album. And just based off of So Be It, we must have listened to that song over and over again.
First time
before
I heard
the
that,
album even came out, we were like listening to that song.
and the music video was tight.
Oh goodness, the music video is
the
so
music
crazy.
video was tight.
But if out of all the songs on their album, The Birds Don't Sing Anymore spoke to me.
Yeah.
It made me cry.
Yeah.
Made me miss my mom and my aunt and my grandmothers.
Yeah.
That album, the Clips album, was a personal choice for me.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I felt like they should have got album of the year because the collective body of work from start to finish, that's one of those, as we used to say, that's one of those no skip albums. It's no skip. You just play it and you can rock it from song one to the last song.
To the last one.
Yeah.
Hey, Drea, what's up, Keisha? Keisha said we should do a versus episode. Your choices against mine. A live versus battle.
Ooh.
That would be dope.
Just any songs, Keisha, or any artists?
We choose the artist and we just go toe for toe.
Okay.
Like a real versus.
That could be cool. We could do that. We could do that on the episode, maybe.
If you watch the Grammys, Couch Cousins, what do you think about Clips not winning Album of the Year and K Dot winning it? Let us know in the comments. But I definitely think, I don't know, that The Birds Don't Sing Anymore for me was just phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Just phenomenal. That song.
Even like I said, obviously the lyrics,
yeah,
but then just the compilation of the song, like the beat,
the composition,
composition of the song, the beats, everything. Like Pharrell made it sound somewhat like spiritual, but it still had a little. You still had hip hop with it, but it sounded kind of like a spiritual type song, but you still had that hip hop.
And that was John Legend singing the hook, right?
Yeah, I believe
and
so.
And I'm not a big John Legend fan, I'll say that, but that song was dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keisha, you've never heard of the Clips?
What?
Oh, Keisha, I'm about to send you some music,
what?
girl.
You've not heard of the Clips? What?
Oh,
okay.
Grinding,
man.
That song?
I as a young teacher, the grinding was tight, but I hated doing cafeteria duty because every kid in there doing the beat on the table with their pencils or pens. Man. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Keisha, you gotta get up with Clips. They got some, they some Virginia boys.
But again, this speaks to what I said about not having crossover
Yeah.
appeal.
Yep.
Because if you're not a real hip hop head, some of these artists, whether
Yep.
you're white or black,
Yep.
you just don't listen to
Yep.
them.
Nope.
Because let's be honest, the airplay that Clips got was for their most commercial songs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Pharrell.
Yeah. So they're
But
gonna be
Pharrell
like,
also has crossover appeal because
Yeah.
of who he's produced for.
Yeah.
He hasn't just produced for a rap artist.
nah, he's produced for everybody.
For everybody. So again, this speaks to their crossover appeal.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I said Kendrick Lamar, if you watched the Super Bowl last year, you absolutely know who Kendrick Lamar is. You may have never heard all of his music, but you at least know
Yeah. You know Luther.
They Not Like Us.
And They Not Like Us. You know them two songs. Absolutely.
You definitely know They Not Like Us. They got dancing dolls and dogs and everything dancing to it.
But
commercials.
But 5 years ago, could you say that about K-Dot? No.
You didn't know. K-Dot didn't have crossover appeal. And that's why I'm saying.
And he had a bunch
of won.
And
he had some classics.
He had bangers. Like he had like bangers, you know? And it's you know, it just like kind of crazy, like, dang. This album is the album that y'all like, oh man, we like Kendrick Lamar. Go back and listen to them other ones.
Yeah.
Go back and listen to the previous albums. He got some bangers.
All right, we're going to head into our Real Talk main discussion.
Yeah.
This is something that I posted on my Facebook page years ago. And it got a lot of comments. So you know how your memories come up. This came up and Derek was like, this will be a good discussion. So Couch Cousins, stay with me here. If marriages had a 5 to 10 year renewal contract option where both parties had to agree to renew the marriage, do you think people would be more mindful of the way they handled their marriage, or do you think marriages would end sooner? Keisha said I had to ask my daughter who K-Dot was. But Keisha, if I said Kendrick Lamar, you know who Kendrick Lamar is.
Yeah, she know. Yeah.
So again, I'm going to repeat this question. If marriages had a 5 and 10 year renewal contract option, so after you were married for 5 years, you could renew your contract, and then you had to wait again into 10 years to renew it again or get out of the marriage. Both parties have to agree to renew the marriage. Do you think that people will be more mindful of the way they handle their marriage? Or do you think marriages would end sooner? Couch Cousins, let us know in the comments.
So I think the marriages that end will probably be the marriages where either one or both parties haven't matured enough yet, aren't mature enough to be in a relationship and don't understand the dynamics of a relationship. I do like the idea of a 5 and a 10 year renewal contract. And I know some people like, that just doesn't sound real. Like, it doesn't sound like you all are together. It sounds like it's a business decision.
Well, business is a business transaction, like the government.
Yeah. But again, being in a marriage and loving someone, it kind of is like an agreement. You guys are in agreement as far as emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially. Like there's an agreement. There's things that you guys follow.
I feel like anytime you let the government into something, it then becomes a transaction, not necessarily between the two people, but when you got to pay to get married, you got to pay for the license, you got to do all that. It does make it seem like a business transaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Drea said, it's going down. Let's see. Drea said they might be more mindful, but with the option to tap out, would the option to tap out would be taken. Yeah. Keisha said definitely different behavior, especially coming up on that renewal period. Drea said marriages are or can be looked at as a business. I agree.
Yeah. So I also a question that I think about is during that first 5 years, are both parties fully embracing the marriage? You know what I'm saying? Are they saying, fuck it, 10 toes, 10 fingers in, heart in also? You know what I'm saying? Because some people can lightweight I'm gonna protect certain things because this renewal coming up.
That's kind of what Keisha was saying.
Yeah, this renewal coming up. Let me pull back a little bit because I don't even know how serious they are, and you know what I'm saying, that kind of thing. So again, I go back to: are you mature enough, and do you have the? Remember, we were looking at Pop the Balloon, and she asked that question about emotional intelligence. Do you have the emotional intelligence to navigate through a marriage to where a 5 and a 10-year plan, you won't feel threatened by that. You'll just look at it as, you'll look at it in a positive way and say, hey, all right, it's kind of like what we do when we do our personal growth plans as teachers.
Yes.
This is the 5 and 10-year contract renewal option. That is your marriage personal growth plan. All right, babe, we've been married 5 years. What are the great things that have happened, and what are the things that we need to work on? You know what I'm saying?
What if you had to provide that so the judge could see, like, okay, I want to see what you guys have been working on the last 10 years. And that's how it's granted whether or not you could get the divorce. I mean, in the divorce.
Yeah, because again, the judge got to see if you actually are putting forth the work. Kind of like that movie with Ashton Kutcher and Cameron Diaz. They got drunk and they were in
that
Vegas.
Night in Vegas.
Something. What happens in Vegas? Yeah. And they were trying to get a divorce, but they had that money. And so, what's his name? Dennis Miller played the judge, and he was like, all right, you guys got to, he gave them a list of things that they had to do to make it. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I think one, obviously age, if it's two 20-something year old, like 21, 22, 22, 23 year olds, and they're doing this contract renewal after 5, I don't know.
But then that brings me to another point. Should you be allowed to get married just because you're 18? Should you be allowed to get married at that age? Or should you have to live more life? So I honestly feel like, and Drea said, not all the time, some marriages don't get better until the later years. And I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I've known people to get married, get divorced, or get separated, and get back together after years of being married or being divorced.
I'm glad you said that.
And then their marriages, they outlast everybody's. Now, here's my honest opinion about this contract.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think the people that truly, truly love each other, whether there's a contract or not, they would stay. They would be there. Yeah. This contract renewal thing would work for the people who aren't really in it for marriage.
Yeah.
The same thing with, like, you meet a lot of people who've been through infidelity in their marriages.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some people that's just like, nope, that's my end all be all. I'm out. I'm not trying to work on it at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you have people that divorce because of financial reasons. And they're like, nope, I'm out. I'm just out.
Yeah.
Not even trying to work on it.
Yeah.
So I think part of me wants to say this contract would give people an easy out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It would give people an easy out.
Yeah.
I don't have to provide nothing. Yeah, it's just like at a license. If I want to renew my license, I can. I don't have to do anything. This is going to give me an easy out.
Here's something to think about too. Would somebody self-sabotage it?
They might.
Do stuff on purpose because they know
get out of the marriage.
After 5 years we could be out and be done with it. But to go back to what you said about some people being together for years, get divorced, and then get back there. So my parents did that. My mom and daddy did that. My mom and daddy were married. They got married 1972. Yeah, they got married in 1972, 2 years before I got married, before I was born. Mm-hmm. And they got divorced in 1990. I think the divorce was filed in 1993, 92, 93, something like that. And obviously, as a child going through parents getting divorced, it affects you certain ways. Luckily, my parents divorced when I was like almost 18. I was almost an adult. So they got divorced, and then literally 10 years later, they got remarried. My mom and my former wife got into a real bad car accident, and my daddy came up, and ever since then he was right there by my mama's side, and it was like they just picked right back up where they left off and hit it off. When they got remarried, and I seen them after they got remarried, the way they interacted with each other, it literally looked like they did when I was growing up, you know. So I was really like happy for them, and it just felt good to see them, you know. And that they probably needed that 10 years, you know.
Sometimes you get married too soon. You're not ready for marriage.
Yeah, yeah.
I know in my first marriage, I was not ready at all.
Yeah.
And if there was a 5-year clause, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be funny, cool, if you watching, you probably would have took the 5-year too.
I know.
We was young. Would've. And so getting married that young and having a son that young, and I was like, I went from Nicole to Azan's mother to Aku's wife.
Yep.
I had no identity.
Yep.
Outside of those two, I had no identity. Yep. You know what I mean? I didn't even know who I was. Yep. So if you would have given me the opportunity to leave in 5 years, I would have been gone. Because I got married at 27, 28.
That was me, yeah.
And that's young. Yeah. And I had my son at 23. So I'm fresh, in college, fresh. Got pregnant with this baby. Didn't know what to do. Had this baby. Then 5 years later, I'm married, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know how to be a wife at 28. You know what I mean? And I never saw a positive marriage. My parents got divorced. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people around me, I knew my friends had parents that were married, but that's not something I saw every day.
Right.
So, and then his parents were divorced.
Right.
So we had never saw what it looks like. I didn't know how to be a wife.
Yeah.
But fast forward to 2024, when me and you got together, I've been through counseling. I've became myself. I've created who I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I started my own business. I graduated. I found my career. Yeah. I found out who I was.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you the 28-year Nicole, the 28-year-old Nicole wouldn't have been right to marry anybody. Not just him.
Right.
But anybody. I wouldn't have been married. I wouldn't have been able to be married to anybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to be a wife.
Yeah.
I wanted to be married because I had this man's baby and I didn't want to be called a baby mama.
Yeah. And again, at that age, in our 20s, some people marry because they really and truly want to be married, and they put in the work, and they're still married to this day. And then you got other people who they're probably 50% feeling like, I want to get married. And the other 50% is, this is the right thing to do.
And that was me. This is the right thing to do.
And
we living together.
Yeah.
We got this baby.
Yeah.
My grandmother was telling me, you're living in sin. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it was like, okay, we need to get married.
And I got married, and my former wife, she was older than me, but I just felt like this was the right thing to do, yada yada yada. And but yeah, if this concept was actually law when I got married, I probably would have been like, yeah,
it's no problem.
Let's go ahead and
definitely sure.
And let's go ahead and just separate, and especially if this could get done for free.
The government would never let that happen.
Done for a lot lower price. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy to me is to get married, it doesn't cost a lot.
Right.
That marriage license doesn't cost a lot. But to get out of the marriage, oh, and you have to do more work to get out of the marriage.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Marriage, when you're married, they tax you.
Yeah.
Harder.
Yep.
So they don't want you to get out the marriage, which is why when you go for a dissolution or a divorce, the paperwork is this thick. When you go to get your marriage license, the paperwork is this thin.
Yeah. Especially if in the marriage y'all got business or property or stocks and
kids,
all that stuff.
All
kids,
of
Yeah.
You gonna pay to get out that marriage.
Yeah.
Because why do you want to get out of this marriage?
Hence the phrase, it's cheaper to keep her. Yeah. Cheaper to keep
It's
them.
cheaper to keep her.
And just be like, look, we'll just figure this out.
Drea, absolutely. You have to find the right role models during marriage.
Yeah.
And that was the hard part is, so like this time around when we were, again, I was young, my first marriage. And I think even doing marital counseling, I don't know that we took that as serious as we should have. But when I got divorced, I knew I wanted to be remarried.
Yeah.
But I knew that I needed to do it the right way and with the right person.
Yeah.
And so even our marital counseling was different. We found people that we looked at their marriage and thought they're a good role model.
Yeah.
I have a friend and her husband is a minister, and I look at them and I'm like, that's love.
And and when he was counseling us, remember, he talked about examples in their marriage. Yeah,
and he talked about examples in other people's marriages that he had seen that were either positive or negative. And it wasn't just like, there was nothing like straight out the Bible that he came with us. He did have quotes for us at the end that we could go and research from the Bible. But the stuff that he was talking about was like real world experiences.
Yeah. Everyday life stuff.
Everyday life. And that helped us. And it wasn't like, okay, once we left this session, we just stopped talking about it.
Right.
We would sit and literally talk about the stuff that he gave us to work on. We were doing the work. And I think the other thing too, this version of Nicole saw the mistakes that she made in that previous marriage.
Yeah.
When I first got divorced, I wasn't willing to even admit that I had made any mistakes. Yeah. I was like, well, he cheated on me, so I ain't do nothing wrong.
But that's our egos.
Yeah, but when I think
egos.
when people say, well, he cheated on me, it was his mistake, or she cheated on me, it was her mistake.
Yeah.
You don't realize that the cheating is not your fault.
Right.
The cheating, you say, okay, the cheating is not my fault. But there were things that you did in that marriage that you weren't supposed to do. Now, did they cause him to cheat or did they cause her to cheat? Absolutely not. Because that's a decision that was made on their part.
Yep.
But in that marriage, when we were going through counseling, I then was talking to the therapist and I realized all of the things that I had done wrong in the marriage.
Right.
Because now we're talking about things outside of the cheating.
Right.
And I had to take ownership for that. And so now I look at myself and I make sure like, okay, I'm not doing this stuff with Derek because I don't want to be that same person. So I think you got to look heavily. And I just think anybody who's taking this 5 or 10 year contract renewal, those are going to be the people that's like, this is an easy out. I tried it. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can get out.
But right. And you'll have couples that are like 10 toes down. They in it for the long haul, will appreciate a 5-year. Let's look at where we're at now.
Absolutely.
And then 5 years down the road, all right, we in a decade in this. Let's look at what we've been doing.
But can't you do that without that?
Yeah, you can. But I think this will help people stay on track. Yeah, this will help us stay on track. Because we know, all right, this is year 10. And then maybe it's just in 5-year increments, you know?
Keisha said cheating is always the deal breaker, but a lot of times there are heavier issues. Now, I will say this. Cheating is definitely a deal breaker for me.
Okay, go ahead.
But I did not divorce my first husband because he cheated. Because I stayed with him, I think 3 or 4 years after I found out that he cheated. But like you said, Keisha, there were heavier issues. We had other issues way bigger than the cheating.
Yeah.
Way bigger than the cheating.
Because what about, let's say the spouse, it wasn't cheating. Let's say the spouse abuses drugs or alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that wasn't my issue, but.
Right. No. I'm just saying in general.
I couldn't stay in a marriage where someone was abusing drugs or alcohol.
Right.
Because I saw that growing up.
Man,
so that would
yeah.
not be,
I
couldn't
like,
do that.
I'm out.
I couldn't stay in a marriage where that's taking place. That for me,
I'm triggered.
That for me is that's the ultimate deal breaker.
Because I'm like,
if you are abusing drugs or abusing alcohol or you're abusive, that's the deal breaker for me.
I ain't doing
I'm not staying. I'm not trying to help put you back together. Especially if you don't want the help. No, that's the ultimate deal breaker for me. Yeah. We got to go. We got to end this because that, like you said, that is a trigger for me.
Yeah, it is.
I will be triggered and traumatized.
Even though I was in high school, I still saw those things.
You get flashbacks of that.
Yeah.
Even as an adult.
And to me, it's not a trigger where I'm like, oh my God, triggered. For me, I'm just speaking for me, it triggers anger. You know what I'm saying? Because I get angry. I'm like,
you get angry at those people.
I'm so mad at that person. Like, man, do you realize all the stuff you've done in your life and you succumb to this? You know, you succumb to this drug.
That's another episode because I got a lot to say about that. Like I said, just growing up in it, that would be triggering for me. So I feel like, not that I want anybody to ever cheat on me ever again in life, but
I'm not gonna cheat, y'all.
You don't want me to turn in that black suit. No, I'm just playing. Not that I would want somebody to cheat on me, but I think there are issues for me that are more triggering, that will make me want to leave the marriage. So
yeah.
That was real talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real talk.
Absolutely.
So let's move on to our couch questions. Our couch cousins have submitted these questions to us. And the first question, I'm gonna put this in the chat. Yeah. And I just want to get your opinions on this.
Everybody say.
Because I think that black people, foldable. Drea, foldable. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to put this in the chat and I want to see what you all say. Couch cousins, what is the official cleaning agent for black households?
Should we go through the...
So yes. And if you have one that's different, put it down. So A, Pine Sol. B, bleach. C, Comet. D, Fabuloso. I spelled that wrong. Or E, all of the above. So what is the official cleaning agent for black households? So what's yours, babe?
So growing up, because I think growing up is different than when you have your own place and you're cleaning your own apartment or house. Growing up, Comet and bleach was used in our household, especially Comet. My mama put Comet every damn where.
You see, you got to season the tub and let it sit in there for a little bit.
She put Comet again in the tub, in the toilet, as my daddy say, the face bowl, not the sink, that face bowl.
And you gotta let it marinate a little bit. Put a little bit of water on there, let it marinate.
Just let it sit there. She put Comet on everything, and then when were we living in Kansas or Germany? One of them, when I had to mop the floor, she would put some bleach in the bucket and then she put some dishwashing liquid with some hot water.
Boiling water.
Some really hot water in there because it got to get that floor clean.
Let's see. Drea said bleach, Ajax, or Comet.
Ooh, Drea said Ajax.
Keisha said Comet was king.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be honest. I'm going with E, all of the above. Here's why.
Yes, this is true, y'all.
I am going to mix. I know they say do not mix these items. I mix all of that stuff. I need the bleach smell. I need the Fabuloso smell. I need it all. And I got some other things that I put in there too. I like the pink stuff. It foams up and you put it on there. Yeah. I'm putting everything in there. Then I'm going to put me some boiling water.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use me a Lysol wipe to first wipe everything down. That's my first step is the Lysol wipe. I start that off. Yeah. Then I put me some Comet. You got to let it marinate.
She be using shaving cream, y'all.
Oh, now listen. Shaving cream is really good for getting rid of urine smells. So if you live with a house full of men, as I do, it's just me and Anaya and there's 3 boys here. If you put shaving cream at the bottom of the bowl where, pee might hit,
Yeah.
Or on top of the bowl, like when you lift the toilet lid up, it'll take away the urine smell. You won't smell it. So yes. Drea, I will pass out. I have to open up every window. Don't I open up all the windows when I'm cleaning?
Yeah.
Like even right now,
Yeah.
it's cold outside. I will still open up all the windows
Yeah.
because it is strong. When you mix bleach
Bleach with anything.
with anything, and then you add some Comet or some Ajax or some pink stuff. But my house be smelling so good when I'm done cleaning.
Drea said Ajax. Dang. That's what dope dealers used to use.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
For what?
Ajax, they would use that to mix with the cocaine.
No. So people was just out here snorting Ajax?
Why else would I bring it up?
Okay, I'm going to have to look into that after this is over with. Oh, girl. Keisha said adding pure peppermint oil to my mop water. I put that on my window. I put that on the windowsills because it keeps bugs out.
Oh, yeah.
If you put peppermint oil on your windowsills, the bugs won't come to your window because they don't like the smell.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know if
peppermint
they like the
oil
smell.
and his coffee grounds.
And coffee grounds.
You put somewhere to keep bugs out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Drea says she's heard about the shaving cream. See?
Yeah. I'm not.
When I first did it, he was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I'm not. I just had never seen that before.
We were in the store and I bought some shaving cream. He was like, "Babe, I don't use that type of shaving cream." I said, "This is not for you. This is for me to clean with." He was like, "What are you cleaning?"
Right. Oh, I remember when you found that the Dawn power spray.
Oh my God, the Dawn power spray. The Dawn power spray is my everything. That will clean everything. I promise you.
She was spraying that everywhere on everything. I'm like, babe, like I don't care. It smells great and it's gonna kill everything.
That's my stuff. Alan J. Jones, what's up?
JJ, what's up? What's up, homie?
Yeah, so Keisha, if you get you some shaving cream, it could be any type of shaving cream. You spray it around the bottom of the bowl, and then you can spray it when you lift the toilet lid up, spray it there. You could even spray it in your toilet, but don't spray a lot in the toilet because it foams up, but it'll get that urine smell out of your bathroom. I promise you. You're going to be like, oh my goodness. But again, you don't need a lot because if you use a lot and then once it gets wet, it gets foamy everywhere.
Yeah.
Makes your floors kind of slippery too.
Yeah.
But yep, that's one of my tricks. I found it on TikTok a few years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Question number 2. This is gonna be a good one, y'all.
Go ahead
and put that in the chat. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. We literally probably could be here all night
with this question.
All right, everyone. What is an official song to every Black family reunion, barbecue, and wedding?
That means that you could hear it at all 3.
At all 3. You could play that. You could play this song at all 3 functions. And it's going to get some folks like, hey, they going to get up out their seat.
All right. Candy.
All right, go ahead.
Candy by Cameo.
Candy. Yeah.
You're going to do the line dance and everything.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's going to get everybody up off the floor. Your grandmother going to be on her. She going to be with her cane.
Absolutely.
Drea said Before I Let Go.
Yep, by Frankie Beverly and Maze. Yep, and Beyonce. Even though I love me some Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Yeah, the original is the best. But
let's see. For me, at a Black family reunion, a barbecue, and a wedding. Let's see.
Oh, Drea coming up with them all. I'm gonna let you say yours first.
I'm gonna go new age. I'm gonna go a little bit around our era when we was young puppies coming up. I'm gonna say Poison by BBD.
Yeah.
You play Poison by BBD at a family reunion, a barbecue, or a wedding.
Everybody's gonna get.
That's gonna get white folks up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of those songs that's, it's classic. But yeah, I'm gonna go a little new age, little new age.
All right, let's see. We got Atomic Dog, Electric Slide.
Yep.
Anything by Luther Vandross.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
I
because
won't blame myself. I don't want
yeah,
nobody
yeah,
else to ever love me.
yeah. That song's gonna play at anything. What's
That's
the
my
name of the song?
karaoke
Never Too
song.
Much.
Never Too Much.
Yeah,
That's my
Never Too
karaoke
Much.
song. I love that
They
song.
hear that beat drop. Doom, 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 doom.
Oh, JJ said the butt. Doing the
Oh
butt.
yeah, by EU.
That's
Yep,
gonna
JJ.
get everybody
Yep.
on the floor.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's definitely
What song by Marvin Gaye though?
Song by
He said let's get it on.
No, got to give it up. Yeah, got to give it up. That's the ultimate line dance song or Soul Train line song by Marvin.
So if we're talking new age,
yeah,
the Cupid Shuffle,
yes,
the Wobble,
yes,
and what's the new one?
Your Girl, Tamia Line Dance.
The Tamia Line
Dance. That Tamia Line Dance had black people in a chokehold.
It still has me in a chokehold. Remember, we were learning how to do it in the living room. I said I can't go to another function and not know how to do this dance.
Yeah, absolutely. You can do the Tamia Line Dance. That song come on. Oh, let me get up, girl. They playing my jam. But let's see.
Can You Stand the Rain? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good slow dance.
Hold on. At a family reunion, barbecue, or a wedding, what do you think about Keith Sweat?
Yeah, Keith Sweat will get you off the floor.
Yeah,
definitely.
You throw some Keith Sweat on.
I got one.
Who's that?
This is a new age song.
Who's that?
Meth and Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
You gonna get off the floor for that one.
Yeah, you might get up and do your thing on that one. If you want to stay new age, I know we ain't talk about them, but if you play All About the Benjamins, yeah, that might people that's in their mid to late 40s and early 50s.
It'll definitely get me off the floor.
That's gonna definitely get some folks off the floor. If you hear that,
dressed in all black like the Omen.
You hear that All About the Benjamins, yeah.
Have your friends singing "This is for my homies."
You gonna get up?
Oh yeah, back that ass up, definitely.
Yeah, Juvenile, most definitely.
Every female jumping off, they shoes coming off. They run into the dance floor.
Here's a little. I'm gonna put my age out there. I remember when this song dropped. I remember being at a family reunion and barbecue. I didn't go to a wedding, but I'm pretty sure it was played at a wedding. Was Rump Shaker.
Yes.
Rump Shaker had black folks in the chokehold in the early 90s when it dropped. All I want to do is zoom, 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 and your boom, boom. Just shake your rump. Hey, hey, man, what?
I remember I wanted to be the girl in the silver swimsuit with the curly ponytail. I was like, I'm gonna get that swimsuit when I get older.
What about the song Family Reunion?
That one, yeah, definitely.
That was by the OJs, right?
Family reunion. I can't sing, y'all.
It was by the OJs. I'm honest. Someone's telling me, is there a Stevie Wonder song that could be played at these three places?
Isn't she lovely?
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
Isn't she lovely?
Superstition.
Or Ass.
Yeah, Superstition. Ass. What about my favorite?
These three words.
What about my favorite group of all time?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hey, if y'all could have seen me at the concert last summer watching EWF, she was looking at me like, they hitting you there? Man, I had never seen Earth, Wind, and Fire. And granted, a lot of members have passed away. God rest their soul. But
they put on a show.
When Philip walked out there, and if you know Earth, Wind, and Fire, when I say Philip, you know who I'm talking about.
Charlene says, "Step in the Name of Love." Now, I would sit down because I'm not an R. Kelly fan.
Kales, that had Charlene. Yes, I agree. That had black folks in the chokehold.
It did, but not me no more.
Stepping,
not me anymore.
Right. It did. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. What about Jagged Edge and Nelly?
Let's Get Married
and JD?
Where the party at?
Yeah, where the party
at?
That
one too, but I think Let's Get Married.
The original or the remix? The remix.
Blackstreet No Diggity? Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Boots on the Ground.
What about the booty call dance?
Oh yeah, the booty call. Any line dance song is gonna get people out there.
Hey, I remember we was at my good friend Shell. We was at Big Laz's apartment one night. Me, her, Dwayne, My nigga Calvin. Oh, I'm sorry, my fault.
Derek will be here all night telling y'all
Oh
stories.
yeah.
He'll
So
be here
man,
all
Cheryl
night.
was moved. We moved our furniture out the way, and we
He
was
gonna
doing.
name everybody that was
We
there.
was doing the booty call dance, getting it in.
Derek will tell you every name of everybody
I'm
he ever
sorry.
met.
I'm
He is
sorry.
gonna
I'll
he
be
gonna go
rambling.
on.
Sorry. I might have to do an episode where I just sit and tell stories.
Yes, and invite all your friends.
Stories are good though.
They are, but they don't know the people, babe.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. All right. But yes, there's a whole list of songs that we could play at a family reunion, barbecue, or a wedding.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All righty. Moving on to the next segment, off the cuff.
Off the cuff.
Where we're just gonna say something and we'll either say the same, agree with the same thing, or we'll disagree. All right. So, first question. You gonna put that in the?
No, just go ahead and ask.
Okay. First question. Who made a bigger impact in the sports world, Jesse Owens or Jackie Robinson?
Jackie Robinson.
I'm gonna probably.
Here's why.
Okay, go ahead.
Not to say that Jesse Owens didn't make an impact, because he absolutely did.
Yep.
However, I think Jackie Robinson made a huge impact because, number one, they don't look at Black people as playing baseball. That's America's favorite pastime. That is definitely a white man's sport. Let them tell it. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying let them tell it. So for him, and I know, again, he wasn't the first Black man to ever play, because you got Mr. Page.
Well, they came in after him, but Jackie was the first.
You had somebody before Jackie Robinson.
There was somebody, I forgot the guy's name.
I forget his name. But anyway, I'm saying Jackie Robinson because baseball was not a sport that Black people were really able. They didn't want us there.
No.
This is a white sport.
We had our own league. Negro
Don't come
leagues.
here. We don't want you here.
Yeah, no.
And he broke in, and the way he broke in, and this is another reason why I say this. That, yes, they made a movie about Jesse Owens. Mm-hmm. It's called Race. But Jackie Robinson's movie also brought out the hip hop artists.
Yeah.
Whole soundtracks about him. Jerseys with his name on it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just, he made an impact not only in the world of sports, but even outside of the world of sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, his name is mentioned in different rap songs. So I just think he made an impact outside of the sports world as well as in the sports world. So when I think of somebody that's making an impact, I can't just say, oh, you know, in sports. But again, when we're talking about sports, I think that impact that he made stepping into what they considered a white man's game was just more impactful.
Yeah. So here's my spiel on this. I think because of a couple factors why people would say Jackie Robinson made a bigger impact on sports. One, the Olympics doesn't get the publicity back then that baseball did. So I think that because if you look at what Jesse Owens did, my opinion as a former athlete, a coach, I think Jesse Owens had a little bit more impact because when he won his gold medals, the Olympics were in Germany during the time that the Nazis were running Germany. And the fact that he went there and outperformed everybody and even outperformed the Germans who Hitler was like, yada, yada, and did it in front of Hitler. Me personally, I just think that's just the Fuhrer. Like, and I'm going to watch this. No matter what you can do, you ain't going to stop me from running fast. Watch this. So, but again, yes, Jackie Robinson, his impact on sports was definitely, it's generational. It'll never be like to this day, like now in Major League Baseball, I don't know if you know, but I don't know what day it is, the day that he debuted or whatever, but there's a day in baseball where everybody in the league wears 42 on their game jersey to commemorate Jackie Robinson.
Yes, I knew about that.
But yeah, I just think that Jesse Owens, feat what he did at the Olympics just didn't get the notoriety that Jackie Robinson's did. And maybe it's because the
Of the
time when
time
it
period,
happened.
maybe.
Yeah. But again, they were both hugely impactful on the sports world. Two black men, and I can't even imagine the scrutiny, the racism that they faced.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, my question again, the episode is titled, Is This Black Enough for You? So, who is a black historical figure you believe deserves more recognition?
Ooh. 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 Um, a black historical figure you believe deserves more recognition.
That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because like there's some pretty impactful people, you know? Um, yeah. I think your boy gets lost in the shuffle a little bit
Who?
when we talk about the civil rights movement. I don't think he gets the notoriety that he deserves.
Who?
Medgar Evers.
Okay.
And granted, Medgar Evers definitely gets the recognition, but he was right there 10 toes down at the same time that Malcolm and Martin were, doing their thing. But I think Medgar Evers definitely should, get a little bit more recognition. And then you got all of these movies that are coming out like over the last 7, 8, like a movie that is a quiet favorite for me, and whenever it's on, I'll watch it. And that's Hidden Figures.
Oh, I love him.
I never knew nothing about that.
You didn't?
No, not until I watched the movie. I was like, wow, really? And it was great because they went to a HBCU and they were amazing. And these three ladies were getting into an arena that wasn't normal. It wasn't normal for one, women to be in the science math field, two, black women being into the science math field and excelling.
I agree. I think that they did not get the recognition they deserved prior to that movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So Drea took the words right out of my mouth. The lady that that refused to give up her seat before Rosa Parks. Actually, she wasn't even a lady. She was a 15-year-old girl. Her name was Claudette Colvin. She was the 15-year-old who refused to give up her bus seat in 1955. I don't think she gets enough recognition. And being the fact that you were a child,
yeah,
that's something to like respect.
I never knew that till you just said it.
Oh, so I teach my kids about her all the time.
I never knew that. Wow.
So April 15th must be the day that they're talking about for Jackie Robinson. So on April 15th, we need to get us a Jackie Robinson jersey and wear it.
Yeah.
So wow. Yes, Drea took the words right out of my mouth.
I did not know that, man. I did not know that.
Yes.
That's.
But you know what is surprising? All of these names that we know that we were taught about, our kids are so unfamiliar with any of these names.
What?
And looking at the pictures, like, I think that it's important, especially now,
man,
that we just speak about all of the great African Americans that came before us, because our kids don't know anybody.
Yeah, if you just go through different arenas, sports and medicine and business and politics and education, there are so many impactful, so many impactful people.
And that's why I think it's important. And I think it's important for parents to know that schools don't focus on that. Like, we don't learn about Black history.
Nah.
Our history books are very much whitewashed right now. And as a social studies teacher, they're very whitewashed. And so as an African American teacher who teaches at a predominantly African American school, I make it a point that every month we learn about somebody different.
Yep.
On top of what I'm already supposed to do.
Yep.
But when my kids are confusing Malcolm X with President Barack Obama,
Yeah, that's a
that's a
problem.
problem for me.
That's a problem.
So, and I remember one year, this was years ago when I first started teaching, I was told, don't teach them about Malcolm X. Oh, I came in heavy with it. Then I came in real heavy with it.
What?
Like my door was decorated with Malcolm X's picture that the kids had colored. I came in heavy with it because I feel right now the history is so whitewashed that if we don't let our kids know who our historical figures are that helped us get to where we are, that helped us be able to vote, that helped us to be able to own our homes, that helped us to be able to do certain things, they have no appreciation right now for themselves, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. They don't they don't understand, like, that pride and that self-black pride ain't there because they just don't know. Like,
they don't know.
And it's sad because unfortunately there's a lot of kids that don't care about the history.
Well, you know what? I don't know that it's that they don't care. If it's not being taught to you at home, if it's not being taught to you at school,
they don't know.
You just don't know.
They don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
To learn about it.
Well, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you
don't know. So why should I learn about this?
Yeah.
I don't know this.
I don't know that this is important.
When you tell a child how old you are and they ask what year you were born, and this is a true story, and I said 1978, and they asked me did I know Harriet Tubman?
Yeah.
That's a whole problem.
Yeah. History was one of my history and math were my two favorite subjects in school. And I just love learning about things that took place. Like when I got to college, that was one of the best things, one of the best of many things going to a HBCU, because I learned about so many different Black historical figures that weren't talked about in school.
That's the one thing I can say. And I went to a PWI. Shout out to the University of Cincinnati. In Northern Kentucky University, but I had powerful Black professors.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Who taught African American studies, and I learned a lot about African Americans in college. So I think that that's very important to teach our kids that.
Yep.
So let's move on to the next question.
All right. So here we go. This is a good one. Would you rather witness the March on Washington in 1963, where the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. gave his I Have a Dream speech? Or would you rather be up front and witness history, the first Black president, Barack Obama, at his inauguration?
So, fun fact, I attended Barack Obama's inauguration when he was the first time around. I attended. It was an amazing experience to witness that history. I still have my tickets. I still have all of my memorabilia because it was just so historic. It was freezing outside. It was freezing, but it was an awesome experience. Yeah. So for me, having already done that, I would definitely attend the March on Washington.
Yeah.
I would love to see that take place. But yeah.
Yeah.
Inauguration.
Yeah. I think I would do the March on Washington too, because I feel like it would have, you would have saw the strength in all the people there. That was, that to me, that's the one of the things, like whenever, we have conversations and I sit and think about just back in slavery and all that, I just sit and I think about, man, the amazing amount of strength that people had, that right there is it's mind blowing, and just off the, stories we've read, books we've read, and then movies we've seen, you just sit and think, like, a great image is in your newest favorite movie, Sinners, when they're riding down the road and all you see is cotton fields and as far as the eye can see.
Have you ever seen a real cotton field?
Yes. Shout out to my homie Tarando Station. He's from Alabama, but I remember going home with him one time, and we riding down. I can't remember where it was, but Anyway, we see fields. Now, it's not like it was in the movie Sinners, but we see fields and we see like some small cotton fields here and there. And I see cotton just blow across the road. I was like, wow. Because for 150 years prior to, and this is back in 150 years prior to that, we was out here picking cotton. My daddy, when he was like, he told me this story verbatim. He said when he was a little kid, like 5, 6 years old, he used to go in the summertime. Him and my aunt Loretta, they would go with my great grandmother, Mom Annie, and work in the summer in the fields and pick cotton. This is in Shreveport, Louisiana. So yeah.
All right. Last question for our off the cuff segment.
Yep.
If you could have dinner with one Black historical figure besides Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr., who would it be?
Ooh. With one historical figure. Let's see. I'm a sports guy. I would want to sit down with my fellow Louisvillian, Muhammad Ali, and just sit down with him and just talk with him and just talk about how it was growing up in Louisville for him. And, and just how it just, where'd you get that strength from? That bravado. And I understand where he got the bravado from, because that's just kind of how, us from Louisville are. We just got that self-confidence. But I would sit down with Ali, and just pick his brain and just talk and, all that good stuff.
Okay.
Who would you sit down with?
This is hard. We should have asked some different questions. You know what? I think Mae Jemison.
Oh, yeah. First Black female astronaut.
I think I would sit down with her.
Yeah.
Because number one, I want to know, did we really, I know she didn't have nothing to do with the moon landing, but she probably has information like, was this a real thing?
Yeah. Not Toni Morrison?
Well, I've met Toni Morrison.
Oh, not Toni Morrison, but
Nikki Giovanni?
Yeah.
I've met her too, so.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I didn't get to ask them no questions or anything, but.
Okay, well.
Okay. Charlene said it sounds too Black to her. But yeah, I would definitely want to sit down. This sounds too Black for her. I would definitely sit down with Mae Jemison. And ask her questions.
Yep. I think I follow her on Instagram maybe, cause she from Chicago. Cause she from Chicago. Cause people I went to K-State, Kentucky State with, repping. We get people get to bragging about where they went to school. She went to Morgan Park out of Chi-Town, baby.
All right.
So yeah.
Satchel Paige.
Yep.
JJ said he would sit down with Satchel Paige.
That's dope. Well, JJ, he's a baseball player too.
Okay.
Yeah, JJ played baseball and football, so I get that, JJ.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what? I would love to sit down with the first person who, who came up with wigs. So I could just thank them.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'd like to thank them.
Oh, man.
So there's that.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, babe. On to our next segment. Today's positive shot. Our positive shot tonight. Tink it off. Tink. All right, babe. It's on you.
All right. For those of you that don't know, I am a poet and I write a lot. I've actually been published a few times. And this is something that I wrote a few years back. And I just saw it today and it just kind of, that's good. That'll be a good positive shot. So anyway, I've learned that real love is built in the quiet moments. The patience when you're tired, the grace when feelings get misunderstood, and the choice to keep showing up even when it's hard. Relationships don't thrive because everything is perfect. They thrive because two people decide the connection is worth nurturing, and they do that every single day.
Ooh. Okay. And if you didn't catch that the first time, just rewind, catch it on the YouTube episode. But yeah, my baby, she got skills as a poet. Like I didn't heard. I remember the first time she spoke "Love Like This."
Oh my goodness.
Man, what?
You taking it back.
Man, this was during the pandemic too.
Charlene, do you remember a love like this?
Man, what? Yeah, I felt. Yeah, it made me feel like, damn, was you an extra on Love Jones? Cause
I could have been.
I know, I know, cause I was like, man, this is dope. So yeah, my baby, she's definitely a poet. She can get it when she want to dig into the crates. She can get after it.
Well, thank you, babe.
Yeah, she can get after it. All right, y'all. Well, we have
We've exceeded our time, actually.
Yes, we have. Yeah, that's our
dog.
dogs letting us know.
No, it's time. We've been back here. Y'all done had us locked up in this dining room long enough.
But anyway, so that's a wrap for today's episode of Couples Couch.
Don't forget to follow us on all socials. Tune in next Thursday, maybe next Friday or Saturday. We'll keep you posted. We're trying to figure out which day gives us the most bang for our buck.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know during the week when we're gonna come live again. Keep sending your questions or your suggestions. We love them.
Yep.
And don't forget to follow our business pages at Soul Signature. There I go again. Soul Signature Designs on Instagram and Soul Signature on Facebook, as well as our apparel line, WeAreBlkline on Instagram and BlkLine on Facebook. Links will be in the captions below. We also have an TikTok page.
Yes.
For the Couples Couch, but we'll put those links in the captions below.
Yes. And if y'all want some Black History Month t-shirts and hoodies,
hit us up.
We got some stuff. We got some stuff. All right, y'all. Much love. We'll see y'all next week on the Couples Couch, where we will be saving a seat for you.
Remember, this is where Black love kicks back, gets real, and definitely laughs out loud.
So make sure you get your ass up off the couch
and love
on your spouse.
Peace. Thank you guys.